Good morning. Welcome to Morning Pages Live. My name is Nicola. I do this every Friday. I journal and free write, and I teach the artist's way. And on a Friday at 10 o'clock in Dublin time, London and Lisbon and every other place, we do Morning Pages Live, where we time the famed 3 pages. You know those 3 pages that we're all striving for 7 days a week? Eek. Whether you're a creative or you're a non-creative, free writing and journaling is a lovely way to relax the body and the mind and get the heart exercised. It's also a great way of exorcising uh, some ups and downs, demons, problems, dilemmas. It's a lovely way to exercise that part of us as well, and everybody has that, It's nice to remember that once in a while, that you're not the only one with problems. We all do, and we uh, we sometimes need a little bit of an extra hand, and the pages will take that. The pages will take the frustrations. The pages will take the worries and the dilemmas. It'll take the musings and the things that don't make sense, the things that either the real world will laugh at, or the things that the real world will poo-poo or shame us for. The paper will take it. The paper doesn't mind. The paper is really non-judgmental, but knowing that and my telling you that is one thing. You almost have to prove it to yourself, and that's why we do this in community. It's why we join together and we just use the timer, and whatever comes out. You'll never show the contents of your morning pages to anyone, hopefully, and hopefully they'll be smart enough to not go and lift it and have a read of it, because it is trash. It's just trash, that's all, and everybody has to throw out their trash every once in a while. Who do we have? We have Eva. Good morning, Eva. How are you? Hope you are having a nice week. It's so nice to have you here. Thank you so much for joining me. You really you add so much to this little community of mine. Mandakini, hello, good morning. Hope you're keeping well. Hope work is going well for you. My work is going great. I had a very busy week. Honestly, a couple of busy months, and the show last weekend was phenomenal. We sold lots and lots and lots of work, lots of prints. I make small, and then I print with a commercial printer, I print onto paper, and they sold really well. So the post-show tasks, they take a little while as well. It's all very well going for the glory and the sales and everything, but it's the cleanup afterwards, And so I think some of that might just come out in my pages this morning. I haven't done pages in a week since the last time I was here, and often that's the case, but we're here today. We're here today, and it's nice to tune into that. So at 6 past the hour, we're going to start a timer for 45 minutes, and we're going to do timed 45 minutes of moving the hand left to right, okay? I encourage you to pay attention to the times when the words stop, when boredom kicks in. Pay attention to the times when the subject matter switches. We're talking about X, and then we're suddenly not talking about that. We're talking about Y. Pay attention to that little switch sometimes. That can be really helpful. Why? Because the first subject that we're looking at is perhaps uncomfortable, or it's somewhere we don't want to go just yet. It might be deeper than where we're willing to go today. Hope that makes sense. And the brain goes, no, let's go talk about something else. So pay attention to those moments, and simply pay attention to it. That's all. We're not applying fixes or applying solutions. We're just letting the mind do what it wants to do, and we're facilitating by moving the hand. That's all this job is, It's not that difficult. Well, it is. It is that difficult, actually. It's really difficult. I've been at this for 10 years and I still struggle at it sometimes, you know. Yeah, thanks, Mandakini, about the show. It was a 2 day show. It was full on, but it was really good. So let's get ourselves ready. Do you have a glass of water or a warm drink or something? This can be quite a long session, and it can be nice just to stop every once in a while for a little sip of something. I'm going to get my watch ready. You please get your pen and paper ready. Get yourself comfortable, okay? And at the end, then we do a 7 minute review, going back, looking at insights, discoveries. So we're going to start when you're ready, okay? 45 minutes of timed journaling starts now. There we are. There's 45 minutes up. Okay, so we're swapping pens or keeping pens, it's up to you. Swapping pens is useful to go back and highlight things that you've learned, insights, even to-dos. Don't forget to do this today, that kind of thing. Your 7 minutes for that starts now. We've 1 minute left of review. There we go. There's our time. Let's finish up where you are. That's it. Now, stop that. It's very warm here in Dublin, so apologies for the open window. Okay. Okay. So you've done your pages. Okay, how did that go? How did that go? Let's just take a breath. Let's take a moment and settle into what has come out of us. The review period is great for that. We see the different facets of ourselves. Look through your own pages if you want to. And you might give a silent word of thanks to yourself, to your higher power, for what has come out through you today. Just let that settle for a sec. What's coming through today? What's coming out onto the paper? You don't have to discuss it, just think about it yourself. It might be plans. It might be tiredness, fatigue. It might be asking the same question over and over and over, something you're not just ready to address yet. Whatever's coming out today. We give thanks for that. We appreciate that. Okay. We'll take 3 deep breaths. I'm good to stay on after this if you'd like to have a wee chat. We can talk a little bit about it. We're going to do 3 deep breaths, okay? And we kind of give thanks with these breaths. We go in through the nose for 4, hold for 4 and out, okay? Ready and go. And out. In for 4. Give thanks. And out. Big full one now. Hold it. 2, 3, 4 and out. Yeah. Okay. Settle into that. If you would like to stay on, I'm here for a few minutes. I'm happy to hear your thoughts on your pages. One question I would have for you is when the boredom comes, what do you do? What works for you? I'd love to hear what you do when boredom comes, because boredom is a part of this practice. Boredom is a vital part of this practice. It's kind of when the rest of the clutter has been cleared out and almost tuned out. It's like a radio station. You kind of either move the dial along or you move the volume down. And when we move the volume down, when we turn it down, what we're left with is sometimes the truth, and that can be boredom, frustration, it can be irritation, or it can be the truth. It can be all of those things. It can be a problem that's had to be buried and just bubbles up, straightens up, and the hand is suddenly not wanting to move. It's not wanting to address it, you know? So we pay attention to that and that boredom. So what's going on? What's coming out at the moment, you know? So what do you do when boredom hits, and does it work? Okay. So we'll see. Eva, it's a pleasure. I really enjoy this. There's so many times I don't want to come on and I don't want to do the pages live. I know it will benefit me and it will benefit you, and that together we get it done. And we benefit so much from it. So thank you, right back at you. You know, Mandakini says, I do tend to switch tracks when the boredom comes. Yeah, I think that's a normal thing, isn't it? It's just how the mind works, and it's very much like meditation. I'm sure you're familiar, both of you, with meditation and how the brain just sometimes jumps from thing to thing, you know. And I think a lot of the time it's our brains needing to dump stuff out and be seen and heard in a safe place, in a fragmented, flippity floppity, all over the place kind of way. You know, no systems, no logic, no sense, no sense at all, nonsense, and switching topics is often like that. Sometimes I switch a topic and I'm like, no, 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 I really want to talk about this first topic. And it's almost like I'm promising myself that, you know, once I get the second topic out of me onto paper, I'll come back around, or my higher power will bring the first subject back around to me, and it'll always wait. You know, it's not going anywhere. You know, and there is a certain reassurance in that. There's a certain confidence in that. And Dakini says, even when the tracks are switched, I get into a descriptive narrative mode that somehow still expresses the theme I'm switching away from. Yeah, that resonates a lot with me, Mandakini, that the tracks are switched, but we're still kind of on the same topic-ish. We might meander our way around it, but eventually we do come round to it again, maybe from another angle or a different perspective. That can be very true, you know. What came out of mine today is that the brain was tired, and that I was tired. I was angry with the part of me that's always nagging at me. Don't forget, don't forget, don't forget. And this came out during the pages where I have all the tasks written down, all of the to-dos written down. They're safe, but the panicked, nagging part of me knows that there's a tired brain and it's going, no, don't forget, don't forget. And I'm getting sick and tired and frustrated with the nagging part and saying, it's taken care of, okay? Just calm down and stop nagging me. I'm tired enough. I'm peed off enough, you know? So that was an interesting conversation, and I really had to make my point. And that's not going to stop the nagging part of me, the part that thinks it knows better and it's superior. And, oh, if you just get it done, then I'd stop nagging you. Would you? Or would you find something else to nag about? It generally does, you know. Mandakini says it becomes somehow metaphorical or symbolic in my case. Yeah. So this is in relation to the switching of topics and how we're coming at it from a different perspective. And it might be figurative. It's not so literal anymore. It's not so direct. And that's often how we process these things is we're looking at it in a different way. And often when we create, that's how we're processing something difficult in a safer, more figurative way. Um, Often when I'm going through something emotional or difficult, I will put down layers on a piece of paper, layers of paint, graphic, whatever, graphite, different art materials are going down. And it's particularly resonant now. I had some original art pieces for sale at the weekend, and nobody looked at them. I paid attention. Nobody looked at them. They weren't particularly, big or high priced or anything like that. Nobody looked at them. And I just want them done and dusted. And I packed them up really well. I overpacked them. I put too much plastic on. And I spoke to my colleagues afterwards and I says, are they overpacked? And they were like, they might be. But what I see now is that I was trying to pack away them and say, that's them finished. What's coming at me today is the message that they're not actually finished. I've overwrapped them because I'm trying to say that they're finished. They're not. I actually have to unwrap them and apply a little bit more truth, a little bit more emotion, a little bit more feeling into these. And then I also have to change the mount. Also have to change. There's lots of I have to change about this. I have to change the dust tape at the back. I have to remove half the plastic that's around it, and I also have to change the mount. So all of these things are saying this is not finished. This needs more time and love from you. It needs more layers. It needs maybe a bit of scraping. It needs ink on top, definitely needs ink on top. I was asking my pages, is it ink or pastel? And it was like ink, pastels, too overbearing. The pieces are too small. All of these answers are coming through the pages. So I'm going to use that. So they're all up here. Solutions to my problems are here, Right now the brain is tired, but the paper is holding the answers right now. And Daphne says, I know that to-do list brain so well. God. It's a desire to keep control and be safe somehow, for sure. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, Mandakini. It's the desire to keep control, and the opposite is not welcome a lot of the time. The opposite of keeping control, letting go of control. And of course, in the pages, there is no control, or there shouldn't be control. It should be uncontrolled. It should be unfettered, unbarricaded. All of the barriers should be coming down. And there's a part of me fighting with that and saying, no, 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 keep control. Let's put something around this. Let's contain it. And the pages just want to be free. They just want to be free to do their own thing. But there is I forget that there is great safety in the pages. So Eva says, yes, I agree. Matagony, yeah, wonderful observations. Oh, I'm full of it. Full of something, all right. Huh? I don't know what I'm full of, but I hope that this was a good practice for you. Definitely the idea of switching topics, I urge you to pay attention to that. And we'll do so again maybe next week, where we notice coming to the end of one subject. Often it's a question that we're asking ourselves, or it's a dilemma that we're putting to ourselves, or our brain is bringing to us. Then what are you going to do about that? Is this all there is? It's a challenge. And the first thing we want to do is say, no, 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 let's talk about something else. Let's talk about something else. So let's pay attention to the switches, pay attention to why we're switching, or indeed what we're moving to. And often, as Mandakini says, often we go to something a little safer, a little less confrontational. It might be something figurative, it might be symbolic, but either way, we're being brought to the same thing. But we're being brought there in safety, and we're being brought there in our own time and under our own terms. Yes, the hand is moving, but we get to say, no, no, I don't want to talk about that today. Okay. There'll be next week, there'll be tomorrow, or they'll be in 5 minutes time. Right now I just need to switch topics. I just need to talk about something else. So we try and do that in safety. Guys, I'm going to let you go. It's almost 1:15. But please accept my thanks and appreciation for all of your support. Friday after Friday, we just keep turning up. We just keep turning up, and it feeds me so much. Thank you so much for your time. I'm in a different room today, as you can see, the orange. What's on the plate for this weekend? This weekend is mostly rest, because it's been 2 or 3 weeks of full on, and I absolutely need rest today, tomorrow. Social drinks tomorrow evening in Dublin City, meeting some more McKennas, always good. And Sunday then it's back to family and stuff. So I wish you a wonderful weekend. Congratulations on doing your pages again. Yet again, you're absolutely killing it, all of you. Yeah, Mandakini, you've being sensible and practical versus playing and being at home in uncertainty. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard, but thankfully we're all together and we're doing it. And Mandakini says, I've been drawing signs on my page where I've spaced out. Absolutely. So nice to be here, Mandakini and Eva. Thank you so much. Eva, take care. Have a great weekend. And I will see you next week, next Friday. All the best, guys. Have a good one. Bye.